That's x to the second, right?
Correct. All right, let's look at one of these together. These are, if you look at the top of the title on your worksheet, special cases. So, what makes this special? What makes this unique? What do you notice about this?
There's a plus 5 and a minus.
Say again. What's you had right there? I like it. X plus 5, x minus 5. The only difference here is the sign change. One positive and one negative. So let's see what happens once I start multiplying them together, because they're exactly the same, but only different in sign. X times x, what did you say that was, Sophia?
X to the second.
Okay. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. Positive 5 times x is plus 5x. What's 5 times negative 5? What'd you say, Chris? 5 times 5 is what? 25. Okay. Everything's multiplied. Let's look at these 4 terms left.
Combine the 5x.
Okay, so what's
negative 5x plus 5x.
So what's going to happen when I combine negative 5x and positive 5x?
It's going to be 0.
Cancels out, which should make sense, right? Aren't these two things combined together exactly the same, just opposite in sign?
Yeah.
And when I combine things that have the same sign or different signs, they cancel out. All I'm left with is the x squared minus 25. Because these two quantities I multiplied were exactly the same, just different in sign, the two middle terms cancel out to 0. Whenever I add two things that are the opposite, they eliminate. Would you guys try number 12 for a minute? I'll give you one to practice. 3x plus 7 and minus 7. Or actually, it's minus 4. It doesn't much matter. While you're doing this, once again, what do you notice that's unique about these two?
They're the same.
That's correct.
It's 48. Oh. 48. 7 times 7? 7 times 7, 49. It's 49. It's 49? Yeah. Yeah.
All that calculators.
Because 7 times 6 is like.
Do you care if we change like the value?
So 3 times 6.
Oh, can I change the variable?
Yeah. 9x part 2 minus 49.
Another few seconds here. We're looking to multiply these together and simplify.
-7 times 7.
You're taking -7 times this.
My bad.
Oh, I didn't see the answer there.
Just a few more seconds. We got our final answer up on the board. Make sure we got it. Kennedy, get me started. 3x times 3x, Kennedy.
9x.
All right. Caleb, what's 3 times 7? So I'll have 21x next. Similarly, -7 times 3x is -21x. Everyone was saying earlier, what's 7 times 7?
49.
What's unique about what I have written down? What's going to happen?
Cancel each other out.
Cancel each other out. Yep. Two quantities are the same, different only in sign. See you later to the middle two terms. All that's left is 9x squared minus 49. Pretty simple.
Okay. Yeah. If you know what's going to happen ahead of time, just skip to what you need to have for your final answer. That would be fine. Let's try number 5. A little bit different for the special case. X minus 4 squared. How do I simplify this? Let me ask you, what does it mean to square something? For example, what's 5 squared? Okay, so 5 squared is what then, Sophia?
So 25.
Because 5 times another 5, two 5s multiplied together is 25. What's 6 squared? 36, because 6 times 6 is 36. To square something means to multiply it times itself again. So x minus 4 quantity squared is x minus 4 times the second x minus 4. You write it out twice because it's two different x minus 4s multiplied together. Just like 5 squared is two different 5s multiplied together. So what makes this different than what we had over here? Okay, so I noticed that I have a power here, right? So I wrote it out twice. And what were you saying, Kennedy?
They're not like opposite.
Right, they're both the same sign, right? Are they going to cancel out what we had over here? No, because they'll have the same sign and not different. Okay. So I'll treat this a little bit different than what we had just practiced. Multiply them through. X times x. Negative 4x. Another negative 4x. Two things that are the same sign. They won't cancel out to 0 like they had over here. What's negative 4 times negative 4? 16. Combine negative 4x and negative 4x. Negative 8x. Thank you. How are we feeling, guys?
Good.
Can you see another one, or do you feel like you got it?
I think I did right.
Okay, then let's practice. Try number 9. Number 9 is one for you to do to see how we're doing. 2k squared plus 1 quantity squared. To multiply, to square something means to multiply it times itself. Take 2k squared plus 1 times other 2k squared plus 1. I think if you write it out twice, it's much more apparent how you're going to multiply them together, like we practiced yesterday.
The exponents, multiply together?
No, you add them.
Okay.
K squared and k squared, that's two sets of 2k's that multiply together. So now you have k to the 4th.
So 4k.
Yeah. Look up on the screen. There's the answer.
Oh.
You gotta write it out twice. 2k squared plus 1 squared. 2k squared plus 1. The second 2k squared plus 1.
Oh, yeah.
Is this right?
It's on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Do that.
How'd it come out?
Okay, gotcha. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Another minute. Check your work, make sure you got it. We'll talk about it in just a minute. You finished? Keep going.
I'll do the rest of the sheet.
Might as well.
Okay.
You guys the next 10 minutes. Slow practice.
It is 64. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. All right, guys, I think most everyone's had a chance to finish. Let's talk back on number 9 for a minute. How do you multiply, Alyssa? What's 2k squared times 2k squared? 4k to the 4th, right? K squared and k squared means there is now going to be 4 different k's all multiplied together. Now I need 2k squared times 1. Well, multiplied by 1, this leaves 2k squared. Another 1 times 2k squared. And lastly, 1 times 1. Finishes up, Ava. How do we combine our terms?
So we will combine the 2k's. So
Make what?
4k's.
Good. When I have 2k squared and 2k squared, now all of a sudden after I combine them, it's just 4 of those k squareds. Some people like to say that it's 4k to the 4th. You add the coefficients, not the 2 powers. Plus 1. All right, tell you what. Let's see if we can't get some more practice on that handout. Love you guys.